right, this one's gonna be fun. This question gets asked so often. How do I raise money to start a business? Not that complicated, guys. Coming up right after this. Okay, let's break this down because this really is not that complicated, right? A lot of people think they need to have a ton of money to start their business. The reality is you don't. You don't need a lot of money to start a business, but the little bit of money that you do need, how do you get it? Because most people that I talk to, unfortunately, don't have a lot of money laying around. So here's some practical tips on how to get the money you need to start your own business. So the first thing I would say is try to do it yourself. It rarely works when you bring on a partner or somebody else that's bringing money to the table just because it gets overcomplicated, right? As a business owner, you want to prove the concept and prove that you can bring money in and not have to go into a bunch of debt, because why would you want to start your business off on the wrong foot? So I would say do it yourself. Take on extra jobs. Get an extra job, a side hustle. Start saving some money. Put some money aside. Make sure you have money in the bank before you start your business. You don't need a lot, but just try to cover those initial costs right away. The second thing is don't borrow more money or buy things that you don't need. Don't borrow above and beyond what you actually need. So if you need $5,000 to start your business, do that. Don't borrow $20,000 thinking, well, if I have an extra $15,000 just sitting in the bank, that's gonna be better. No, because here's the thing. You want to be in hustle mode. You want to be in grind mode when you first start. You don't want to take on a bunch of debt and get complacent and think that you got 15 grand in the bank, but it's fake money. It's not even real. It's money that you borrowed. So if you do end up borrowing money, don't borrow more than you need. So the other thing I would say about that is avoid borrowing money from friends and family simply because you don't want to sour relationships. You know, the last thing that you want is at Christmas to be thinking about, oh man, I owe that family member $10,000 or whatever. And believe me, I've done this before and it doesn't work and it eventually just stresses you out. So I would avoid borrowing money from friends and family unless you absolutely need to. And in that case, I would still second guess it. So look at ways that you can raise money yourself. Sell stuff around your house. Do extra jobs. Save money from whatever job you're doing now. And then just build it up over time. So it's totally possible to go out there and do it. Now, the last thing that you can do, and actually there's a lot more than this, but these are just things that I've thought of and I've done in my business, is you can get credit cards. Now, I'm not saying open up a bunch of credit cards and get a bunch of debt, but you can bridge the gap between getting a piece of equipment or getting the marketing out there that you need, and then you can make the money, and then when the bill comes in, you pay it, right? So give me an example. I remember I needed about $3,000 to start my window cleaning business. Now, need is a strong word, right? I could have probably borrowed the equipment and all that stuff, but I wanted to do it right, so I bought myself some equipment. It was about $3,500, and I put it on a credit card. But here's the thing. When I went out there and did the jobs, I started making money and I was able to pay that bill off really quickly. So if you need a piece of equipment or you need a little bit of cushion to get started, make sure you're able to pay it back quickly. Don't go into tons of debt. So here's the thing that's interesting about this. Even if you wanted to go into debt, a lot of banks aren't even going to loan you money. If you walk into a bank and you say, I have an idea for this business and I need to borrow some money, they're going to laugh at you. They're going to say, how much money did you make last year? Give me some tax returns. Give me proof of concept that we can actually loan you money. So you're not even going to be able to get money. So your only avenues are to borrow from friends and family or an angel investor or something like that, or just bootstrap it yourself, and I would say that's probably the best way to do it. So if you have this grand idea that's going to take hundreds of thousands of dollars or millions of dollars, the reality is most people aren't going to loan you that money anyway unless you have that proof of concept and you're trying to grow and scale your business. So I would focus on businesses that you could bootstrap, you could work hard, you can put a little bit of money in and cash flow your investment as you go, which is why I like service businesses. You don't have to buy a bunch of inventory. You don't have to set up an office. You can just get started and make money right away. It's what we call cash businesses. You can go out that day and get cash and call it a day. If you wanted to start a company with a product, you got to buy the products and you got to take them out and sell them. Now you got inventory. You got to store the inventory and you got money tied up that you can't buy other inventory with. Now, product businesses are great if you're trying to grow and scale, but I would focus on local service businesses that you could go out and make cash that day. So getting back to the original point, you got to go out there and bootstrap it. Don't take a bunch of money. Don't think that money's going to solve your problems. If you have $10,000, it's not going to be any better than if you have 1,000. Just go out there and get it done and don't make excuses. So if you need money, sell stuff, take on extra jobs, maybe get a credit card, maybe look at getting a short-term loan from a friend and family member that you know you're going to be able to pay back relatively quickly, and then just go out there and hustle and get what you want. So those are some strategies to get money quickly to start a business. So I hope this helps you guys out. If you need anything, reach out to us at Legacy Entrepreneurs. We're here to help you guys. But remember, before you go, to